Catholic Church is going to release a document about the doctrine or dogma relating to polygamy, allegedly to help African and Haitian converts. I told you around Christmas time that I saw indications of polygamy in my own church. I saw a couple that had an extra woman and child with them that were not from America. I'm trying to figure out why God revealed all this to me. And I did what he told me to do, and I told people. And I didn't get a lot of views. I didn't get out there. I didn't get the platform one would think I would get if I was saying what he wanted me to say. Nevertheless, he revealed everything to me in 2017, 18, and 25, 15, 16 regarding the floods. He revealed everything to me. And I've talked about all of it. I told you polygamy was coming. That the men think they've been sold the lie that they're doing something noble in protecting these women in a time of war. I don't blame them. You do what you have to do to protect your own, to provide for your children. I know this because I did the same thing. The problem is deception and forcing someone to live a lie that they don't even know they're living. Everyone knows around them but them. That causes pain every single day. It causes estrangement because the people that know are kept away from the one that doesn't know. And so the one that really didn't do anything in this regard pays the ultimate price and is left in isolation and seclusion because they saw the signs, warned everyone about it, don't fall into these traps, and they didn't listen. And in fact, not only did they not listen, but they decided to join the other side. I'd like this to not be a short, trying to carry it longer than the 3 minutes. Came out to be alone and take a walk. I can't account for how I know the things that I know, I just know them. When he comes to our home or place of residence, dwelling space, I know when he's been with someone else. And I can read my child's face no matter how old they get. You know when your children are lying to you. Even when they don't say a word, their face is a book and tells a whole story to the discerning mother who loves them. And I cannot believe that my children have been placed in a position to keep so many things from their mother. They're to the point, I've heard that, like they don't even think I'm their mother. I'm not going to get into that really strange stuff because I haven't figured out most of it yet. But I pray, and I pray, and I pray. He doesn't answer the prayer. He doesn't offer me a way out or help. Everyone needs help out of a bad relationship, and nobody has been willing to just give me a place to stay for a couple of weeks and let me get on my feet and get my own place. I did it once before in a month, but my children were young and they wanted their dad. And I thought that was best for them. There are things in your family you probably have no idea about. I told you earlier in the video that they shut down. That all the things you're seeing in TikTok with that generation comes from the Talmud. That they recognize, 8 or 9 different genders. Which, again, I'm not going to force anyone to convert or live the way that I live, as long as you're not doing harm to anyone. That ideology does a lot of harm. The empathy is gone from the younger generations almost completely. They've done their job. They've gotten their 2 generations of loyalists, if there's any left, because so many have been passing from generation X, Y, and Z. The loneliness is the hardest. That's the worst. To be in a room full of people, or a house full of alleged family. And like I said, you're treated like a pariah. There are rumors put out about me just so that people will avoid me and never help me. I did a video of the pumpkin because it was cute and it brought me joy. The next day it was smashed. I try to post a video with any of my art. It's blocked, it doesn't get any views. I tell somebody about the deer. I come down here and it's like they're chasing them out. There's no more deer. We had those birds this summer when I started doing shorts, and I was excited about helping them. One of them was killed right off the bat. One of their nests was gotten rid of. You mean to tell me every time I tell somebody something that brings me joy, I show him the shorts because I think they're funny and might make him smile, and instead I get mocked? I figure what's the point in drawing, because one of them will just destroy them like they did in 2019 when I first started drawing again. There is no encouragement. Anything that brings me joy has to go. I told you everything that I love is being attacked, everything that is a part of me, how I was raised. Pittsburgh has totally changed. France and the debacle of Olympics that they tried to sell as some, man, I'm telling you, we don't even get out of the US. That was some fake thing they put on just so we would think life is still going on like normal. It's not, by the way, in case you can't tell. Everything I love is being attacked. I made a whole list. I've done videos on it. I don't feel like going through the whole list right now. It's depressing. I've lost 2 dogs to this. Watched one have his face rot away. Samson lost his Mary medal pretty much like 2 days ago, the day they started with that co-mediatrix stuff. I thought that was pretty symbolic. Those things happen all the time, and I tell you guys about them because for whatever reason, my life is a micro, macro scale of what's going to be brought to the public in a bigger way. I don't know why. Just how the pattern has been, and it's held since 2018. And before that, I always was picking the next trend, the next hot thing, everything that I wore, other people copied. And it's just been bizarre. I'm not trying to complain. I want somebody out there to relate to me. I speak out into the void just to have another human connection. I don't know how much longer I can do this. They say the Holy Spirit, now we read today, allegedly, according to the Jewish handbook or encyclopedia, not the Talmud, the other thing, just an encyclopedia, that the Holy Spirit won't stay with you if you're sad. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how that's possible. I know the saints that have been martyred said they were in ecstasy or joy, and I think that's a blessing that they receive, a grace that they receive for being martyrs. But I know many people who are saved or think they're saved and know Jesus and cry when they pray for their families, or they're sad when they see others suffering. That's a normal response. As I said, some of these people translating these books, they're very literal, they're very basic, they're very shallow. We are told that the fallen's progeny won't understand parables. That's what that means. They don't understand what a simile or a metaphor is. They take everything as literal. If I say I feel like an orange today, like having an orange, for example, they'll be like, well, gee, you don't look like an orange. See what I mean? Everything's literal. And that was just a basic example. Nobody's actually going to say that, I don't think, but well, thank you for walking with me. I just wanted to be alone for a little bit. I love people so much. I love God so much, and I just always have since I was little. And I love nature so much and all this that He gave us. And to see how we treat it and each other, it breaks the heart. It really does, and you don't have to believe me. But if this was about attention seeking or a popularity contest, I'd be showing my face. That's how that works. If you're that starved for attention, you're showing your face in front of the camera and primping and, you know, all that type of stuff, getting dolled up. Thank you for walking with me. More soon, maybe. Bye.